Let's talk about staying on property at Walt Disney World. Why do a lot of people do this time and time again? Why stay at one of these resorts that Disney World offers versus staying off property at maybe an Airbnb or a different location? We're going to break down all of the perks and benefits you get to staying at Walt Disney Resort when you are visiting the most magical place on earth. All right, let's talk all things resorts. At Walt Disney World, you have a lot of options when it comes to resorts that you could potentially stay in on your visit. There are 19 resorts currently available at Walt Disney World, which is a lot to pick through, a lot to choose from, and those are broken up into different categories. So you're gonna have value resorts like the All-Star Resorts, Art of Animation, Pop Century. You'll have the moderate resorts, which are actually some of the largest resorts when it comes to staying at Disney World. So you'll see that there are 4 different moderate resorts, but a lot of space, a lot of rooms, and a lot of different room types that you can explore. And then you'll have your deluxe resort category. These are going to be the big resorts that have some of the biggest theming, most of your dining options that are going to be outside of the parks, and they're all going to have a very unique style. So if you're looking for something that is very beachy, you may want to go to the Beach Club, the Yacht Club, or even Polynesian Resort. If you're looking for a little more luxury, Grand Floridian is always going to be a great choice, as well as Riviera, which is one of the DVC resorts. I mentioned DVC because Disney Vacation Club is the timeshare system that Disney has, and there are some resorts that are dedicated specifically to those villas. However, you are able to book those and stay in those resorts as well. Saratoga Springs is a really popular one right next to Disney Springs, and there you can get rooms all the way up to 3 bedrooms, tree houses, a lot of different types of rooms that you can have. Old Key West is another popular one, and then you'll also have DVC areas at some of the other deluxe resorts. So Bay Lake Tower, which is right next to the Contemporary Resort. You're going to have Kidani Village and Animal Kingdom. So again, you're going to see some of those DVC rooms available, slightly different room types. Usually they give you a little more room, a kitchenette, or even a full kitchen. And then as you go larger into some of the villas and the suites, you're going to see multiple bathrooms and spaces for larger groups. So with all of these options, why should you stay on Disney property? What do you get for it? What are some of the perks? Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, you're going to have that theming that I mentioned. There is something extra magical about staying in a resort that is going to give you potentially character interactions in the lobby or different special activities that kids can have around the property that are going to be themed to Disney. Tie-dye t-shirts, Disney tie-dye t-shirts is a really fun activity that most of the resorts are going to offer on your resort day, usually located by the pool area, and those could be really fun for kids to enjoy. So there's going to be just touches of Disney theming throughout. You're also going to see things like at the Polynesian Resort, a lot of Moana-inspired theming as you're looking through the gift shops there, as you're looking through the rooms. Art of Animation Resort is a value resort that is known for over-the-top theming, with a massive pool area and rooms that are actually themed to different Disney movies. You're going to have Little Mermaid rooms, you're going to have Cars family suites, Lion King family suites, Finding Nemo family suites. So again, if you're really looking to immerse yourself in the Disney experience, there's going to be a resort that has that option for you. Now, if you're also looking for a little less of the theming right in your face, that's where you're going to look at some of those deluxe resorts. You're going to look at places, or even the moderate resorts like Port Orleans Riverside Resort. It's going to have that lush Louisiana relaxed feeling with meandering trails along the Sassagoula River. And you're also going to have places like Wilderness Lodge, which is one of my personal favorites, which does feel like you're in the Pacific Northwest. It has a lot of Native American culture and artifacts and different things in the lobby, and it is just beautiful and very peaceful. So if you want big character theming, there's some great value resorts for those types of options. And if you're looking for something a little more subtle, as you kind of work your way up into moderate and deluxe resorts, you're going to find more of those options too. So really something for everyone, depending on your style and your taste. Now, what else do you get for staying in a Disney resort hotel? Early park entry is one of the biggest perks to staying on property. Now, you know that there is this thing called rope drop that people who are kind of in the theme park industry will talk about, and that's usually right at the time that the park opens. They used to drop a rope and you'd be able to enter in. Now, everyone, no matter where you're staying, if you're staying at home, you're staying in a hotel, somewhere else, you can get in and be there in line to rope drop the park. But if you are staying on Disney World property, you actually get 30 minutes before that park opening time that you can go in and in select sections of the park, get some rides in. You can get some rides in, you can explore, take some photos. It's one of my favorite times to take pictures, especially at Magic Kingdom, because you can get a pretty empty Magic Kingdom experience. But again, that 30-minute park entry, early entry, is only for resort guests who have a resort stay. And it is a great way to get out some of those heavy hitter attractions before everyone else gets into the park. When you think about places like Animal Kingdom Park, there's not a ton of rides there, but you know that some of those rides as a result get very long waits. Flight of Passage is the most popular ride in that park right now. It probably will be for some time until the newer sections of that park begin to open. And that is a really great ride. So get in there for early entry and get in ahead of that rope drop crowd to get on before you have to wait longer in the day. Or if you don't want to spend the money on those individual single lightning lane passes, that early entry can make a big difference in kind of getting your day started and getting some of those rides out of the way. There's also select evening hours events that'll happen for deluxe resort guests. If you're staying in a deluxe resort, certain nights, certain days, certain parks are going to have extended evening hours that you'll be invited to stay in. One of the most popular extended evening hours would be at Animal Kingdom Park. As I mentioned, that park, it does typically close earlier. So if you are a deluxe resort guest and you're staying and there is an extended evening hour to visit that park, I highly recommend doing it because areas like Pandora are beautiful at night when it's all lit up and you get to kind of see that bioluminescence happening all around that land. So again, you're going to get some extended park hours, whether it's in the early morning or extended evening hours for those deluxe resort guests. All right, what else are we getting? Food. I have a lot of videos about dining reviews and recommendations for quick service food in the parks, but the resorts are actually where you can get some of the best food on Disney property. Now, you don't have to stay at a Disney resort to be able to go and eat at a Disney resort. You can still go. If you have a dining reservation, they will let you park your car and you can enjoy those places. But what I will say is the quality of your quick service food, your sit-down dining options, and all of those different snacks that you can get at your resort are going to be significantly higher than staying at one of the chain hotels that you're used to staying in. Disney requires all of their hotels to meet a very specific standard in terms of food quality and service quality, thinking about the cast members that you meet from the point of check-in through the mousekeeping and all of the different places that they will be working to make your stay even better. The quality of service, the quality of food is going to be definitely a step above no matter what resort category you are looking to book. So if that is important to you and you really want to have that luxurious experience where people are really taking care of you and the food is really high quality food with a lot of variety for the whole family, consider staying at a Walt Disney Resort property. You're not going to regret it, and it's really a wonderful experience. All right, what else are we getting? Transportation. Let's talk about transportation. Walt Disney World is a huge, huge, huge park, a huge resort area. It is not like Disneyland in California where you can walk from one park to the other. You can do that from a couple parks, but it's still a very long walk, and it just takes up miles and miles and miles and acreage of property in Orlando. So transportation is a big component here. As I mentioned, there are some value resorts, moderate resorts, and deluxe resorts that are going to get you a lot closer to your parks that you want to visit. Animal Kingdom Lodge is going to be located closer to the Animal Kingdom Park, no surprise. And you've got places like the Grand Floridian and the Contemporary Resort, which actually have their own walking paths directly to Magic Kingdom Park. Those resorts will also have things like theme park views, which will allow you to see fireworks and all of that from your room. So if you're looking for a really close trip and you want to stay close to Magic Kingdom, you're going to spend most of your time there, maybe you have really young kids as well. I can't highlight enough how valuable it can be to stay on those monorail resorts. That monorail loop will take you from Magic Kingdom, the front park, to Contemporary Resort, to the Transportation and Ticket Center, which is where your parking is typically located for Magic Kingdom Park, Polynesian Resort, and Grand Floridian and back. It's this nice loop that will take you all around those resorts and also to the Transportation and Ticket Center. Now, at the Transportation and Ticket Center, if you are not staying on Disney property and you have a bus that will take you to Magic Kingdom Park, or you decide to drive your car and park at Magic Kingdom, you're actually going to park out here at the Transportation and Ticket Center. You're not parking within walking distance to the front gate of the park. So keep that in mind. You're going to then take a ferry boat or the monorail to get you over to the front entrance of the park. Now, if you are staying on Disney property at any of the resorts, doesn't have to be a monorail resort, but any resort at Disney World, your bus will drop you off right at the front entrance of Magic Kingdom. So you're not going to have to worry about crowds, getting on the monorail, getting on the ferry boats, and having that extra step in your transportation in the morning or even at the end of the night when you're super tired and you just want to get back to your room. Your buses are going to pick you up right at the front gate. And it's going to make it a lot faster, easier, and less crowded when you're trying to go back and forth to your resort. So keep that in mind. Now, those monorail resorts, as I mentioned, are going to be closest to Magic Kingdom. They're going to be on the monorail. Now, that monorail also has a connection at the Transportation and Ticket Center. You can get off and get on a different monorail car, and that's going to take you directly to Epcot. So if you are staying at one of the monorail resorts, you're also going to be able to take the monorail directly to Epcot. So you technically have 2 different parks you can get to on the monorail, and that is a really nice convenience. So you will only be relying on busing to Hollywood Studios Park or Animal Kingdom. All right, now there's one other deluxe resort that is located near the monorail and in the Magic Kingdom area, but is not on the monorail, and that is the Wilderness Lodge Resort. Wilderness Lodge has a boat service that actually takes you straight across Bay Lake and into Seven Seas Lagoon and right to the front entrance of Magic Kingdom. So again, it can be a really nice option if you're looking to be in that resort area. It's a little bit of a lower price compared to some of the other deluxe resorts and categories that you're going to find in the other ones that are on the monorail. But again, short boat ride. So if that's something you're interested in, Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge might be a consideration for you. All right. Let's go to our next resort area. This is going to be the Epcot area, Epcot Resort area. This is a pretty big loop of resorts that are all along the boardwalk, which is where Boardwalk Resort is. Beach and Yacht Club are going to be there. And then there's some Good Neighbor hotels right around the corner at Swan and Dolphin. Now, we're not going to talk about Swan and Dolphin right now because we'll save a different video for our Good Neighbor hotels and talk about what differences you have there. But if you are in this Epcot Resort area, among those 3 resorts, you will be able to walk directly into World Showcase at Epcot or walk directly to Hollywood Studios. And then you also have that World Showcase entrance Skyliner as well. So if you want to get the Skyliner, pop to some other resorts, you can use that too. All right, now we're going to talk a little bit more about transportation that requires your own car. Let's say you're not flying into Orlando, or you decided to rent a car when you landed, or you're driving in from another state or from another part of Florida. Free parking is included both at your resort and also at the theme parks if you're staying on Walt Disney World property at one of these resorts. This is a great benefit. Otherwise, you're looking at $34+ a day to stay at the parks. Just makes it a lot easier to get around. So whether or not you're renting a car, driving your own car, if you are staying at a Walt Disney World Resort property, you will get free parking at your resorts and at the theme park, which can be a great benefit to those who are taking a car. All right, what else do we get? We're also going to take a look at some of the other perks that we have with resort stays. One of them is specific to 2025. Now this year for 2025, Disney is offering free water park ticket admission on your check-in day. So if you have a resort stay at one of these resorts, you will automatically, as soon as you link your resort into your My Disney Experience app, also see that you have some free tickets that are for you and everyone in your party that is on that reservation list to go and explore one of the water parks on your check-in day. So this would be a great option if you're able to fly in early or arrive early on that first day and take advantage of an opportunity to explore one of the 2 water parks that Disney has to offer. So again, that's a 2025 perk for this year for anyone who has a resort stay listed on their My Disney Experience app. So on top of all these amazing perks, you know that you're also going to get great activities, great theming. You're going to have amazing pools, lots to do, lots to explore. So as you're thinking about making your plans for your upcoming trip, do not discount staying on Disney World property. You will probably fall in love with it once you've done it once or twice. And there are, again, so many different resorts to choose from. So I always encourage people to try new resorts. I've stayed at quite a few of them now. I think I've kind of lost count. But again, every time that I stay somewhere new, I discover something special about that resort. And depending on the type of trip you want to have, there is just going to be a resort option that is great for you, for your family, for your friends, for your budget. So have fun checking them all out. Let me know what you think. If this was helpful, if this gave you some more information that maybe you didn't have before, feel free to like, comment, and make sure to subscribe. Thank you.